Store the supplies.
Welcome, my daughter. We have captured this intruder who has trespassed on our island. According to the laws of our people, he must die.
What are you doing on my island?
We're looking for Tuscarora pearls.
Did you learn of the pearls from Manuel?
You must be the broad he told us about.
We don't want to cause any trouble. We just want to get some pearls and leave you and your island when that's done.
What if you found nothing? What if the only pearls you could find already belonged to somebody else?
Well, there'd have to be more where they came from. Nobody's going to keep us from looking.
I will show you to the beds of pearls.
Are they near?
Yes, quite near.
Well, that's very generous of you. How can you stay underwater so long without gear?
Hey!
What happened?
Some mother grabber set a trap. Bunch of rotten crabs trying to rip me off.
That's just fate trying to get back at you, Eddie.
Yeah? Well, old lady got the last bite, and it's crab stew tonight, baby.
I must apologize. We of Atari know of the storage pits of every hut. Atari? It's a means of storing seafood until we're ready to eat it.
That storage pit wasn't there last night.
You are mistaken. Let me welcome you on behalf of my people to our island of Atari.
I am Nereus, elder of this island. This is my daughter, Cyrene. We invite you to move into the guest huts. Enjoy the fruits of our towery.
What causes people to have bulging eyeballs? Oh, great.
According to Healthline, the most common cause of bulging eyes is hyperthyroidism, or an overactive thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland is located in the front of your neck. It releases several hormones that help control your metabolism. Hyperthyroidism occurs when your thyroid releases too many of these hormones.
What, Evan?
An analysis that included active military personnel finds that the rate of thyroid disorder Graves' disease is more common among blacks and Asian Pacific Islanders compared to whites. According to a study in the April 16th issue of JAMA.
Let's take a stab at this. She quickly escaped. The towns and villages around, however you pronounce that, laid destroyed and overgrown with grass. His hostess said that a couple of years before a plague had swept through the region. Perhaps the disease had been introduced by settlement, by which only 2 days march to the coast, or by you have to yell at me in the comment section. I cannot think of how you pronounce it. I know it's Spanish. Exploration, or probably by a few struggling Spanish who had managed to survive among the Indians. The Indian Queen, learning of the invaders' interest in gold and precious metals, directed him to certain grave sites where De Soto's men dug up quantities of pearls, nearly 400 pounds, but they had been mired by burning before being burned with the corpse. Pause for a moment.
Thank you.
I say we leave when the hall gets us here.
I can dig where you're coming from.
What's that, Eddie? You sound like a scared money beggar.
Bad odds, baby. I've already had 2 dudes ripped off.
Well, nothing's going to stop me. Not now. I'm going to buy me a dream. Mr. Luxury. Give me some good fighting cocks. Maybe a couple of broads.
Yeah, well, I'll sell you the pick of the litter from my stable. I'll buy a couple of buildings. You know, get my broads off the corner. East Eddie's Pleasure Palace. If we ain't got it, you don't want it.
What about you, Matthias?
I'll probably spend it on something just as foolish.
You want a refill? You're really into it.
I saw the exact duplicate of this mask today.
At this temple in the jungle?
Now, the one we have at the museum was found on one of the islands of Crete about a half a century ago. It's carved in the style of the Minoans. They lived about 2000 BC.
Are you making a connection?
I'd like to. They could be descendants. The Minoans supposedly lived on an island that sank into the sea. Atlantis.
Are you saying these people migrated here?
It's just a conjecture. Atlantis had a similar climate.
How do you account for their eyes?
I don't know. Environment, possibly. Or a form of genetic mutation brought about by inbreeding.
Incest?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what about Nereus and Cyrene? Why don't they have eyes like the others?
I'm just making a lot of guesses. I don't know nearly enough. but I'll find out. I must.
Looks good.
What do you think the hull's worth?
I figure it ought to fetch us about $100,000 U.S. currency.
That's good enough for me. I had my sights set on 25,000 when we started out. I'm ready to pull up stakes.
Yeah, well, not me, baby. Look, that's Fat City out there. I aim to tap it for at least $100,000 for just my share alone. Look, why stop now? Everything's going great. What do you say?
I say no.
That would really give you enough for your stash. You wouldn't have to take any charters you didn't want.
I think we should settle for what we got and get out of here while we can.
So who's stopping us? With all the firepower we got, we could knock off the whole damn tribe if they start anything.
I hadn't planned on murdering anybody for the pearls, Logan.
You calling me a murderer?
Well, what did you have in mind? Hitting him over the head with coconuts?
All right, knock it off. This isn't getting us any place.
Think you're fooling anybody with that holier-than-thou crap? Hey, I know what you're up to. You plan on dumping us off on the mainland, then you double back and get the rest of the pearls for yourself.
Stay behind if that's what's bothering you.
Oh, yeah, you'd love that. We stay here, the natives rip us off, and then you come back and get our share for no work at all.
You're losing your mind, Logan.
Cool it! Now, this is a business deal. Now, we can sit and talk like rational human beings. We're all equal partners, right? Okay? I've got the deciding vote, and I vote we stay.
When the pearls reach that line, each man's share should be 50,000. That's when I'm leaving. I own the boat.